what do we call this? STE number 2?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So there's a couple of questions for us each to answer. I guess I'll just read the first one, and then maybe like Shelby can go, Chelsea can go, and then I'll answer it last.
Okay.
So we're volunteering at Safe Haven with Freedom for Youth, which is the kind of shelter house for homeless youth 18 to 22 women, young women. What specific service are you providing for your community partner?
Um, we are basically getting everything ready since they're in a transitional process to get them ready for their next program. And we took inventory, we're organizing, cleaning things up because they don't currently have a resident there at the moment. So we're just basically getting everything ready for when they do. Let's see. We So basically, yeah, just doing all the things they need to get ready for their future residents.
New program, yeah.
Hmm.
All right, Chelsea, what specific service are you providing for your community partner?
Like Shelby said, we are, or the Safe Haven is in the process of relaunching the women's house. So we've just kind of done inventory, cleaned up the house a bit, and are hoping to get everything ready for the girls to move back in whenever they have the house up to standards.
Right. I would agree with that. So, specific service we're providing. There was a resident there when we went for our first chunk, so we did 3 4-hour chunks. And I mean, we interacted with her a little bit. She was pretty shy. Um, so, I mean, we got a little bit of, I guess, interaction or role modeling there. And then, other than that, yep, we've been prepping and trying to make the program better for future residents, kind of hone in on things like cleaning and chores they do there, and then just organizing so that they're ready for anyone they get later this summer that comes through. Okay.
Right.
Shelby, how many hours have you logged so far?
So far, I have completed the whole 15 hours that we were required to do at um, the first four were obviously the river bend tour, but then the rest we completed at Safe Haven. So, yeah.
Chelsea, how about you?
I have completed all 15 hours. The first couple were with the Riverbend tour, and then we did the 3 4-hour long nights over at Safe Haven, cleaning up and all of that.
Cool. Yeah, so we did all of our hours together. So we all did the Riverbend tour, which was really nice, which is what helped us pick Safe Haven and Freedom for Youth. And then we all did our 4-hour chunks together at Freedom for Youth or Safe Haven, which was ended up being a little challenging since the resident left while we were there. But we worked it out with our volunteer coordinator and just tried to fill some other needs they had since they no longer had a resident. But we did in fact complete our hours. So, what are you learning, and what joys, challenges, and insights have there been, Shelby?
I think, like you said, that one of the challenges was definitely when the resident left because that wasn't our original plan. Our original plan was to interact more with the residents and kind of help them with what they needed. But so then I think we felt good for being able to help Safe Haven in areas that they did need help, which was the inventory and the organization and cleaning. Um, I think insights that we got from this were basically that this is a program that is, I feel like, could be utilized a lot more, and more. They, like they said, they would like more people to know about it, so that they can give opportunities to more people. So.
Definitely. Uh, Chelsea, what are you learning? What are some of the joys, challenges, and insights with working at Safe Haven?
The challenge we came across was when the resident that was living at the house just moved out so that they could relaunch the program. Um, we were able to talk to AM a little bit and kind of see how servant leaders should kind of interact and how they should act with people, um, which I really liked AM. She was cool when we did get to see her. Um,
Like,
I don't, there's we uh, got to do the um, cleaning manual, which is going to help them out in everything.
yeah, awesome. So I would agree that it was definitely a challenge having the plan change and having the resident move out. They did kind of try to facilitate us, but also we were just very self-directed, which was a challenge. Trying to guess, I guess they left task lists and stuff, but trying to guess what needed to be done and how they would want things organized for the future. But I think we did well at it. We accepted the challenge, and I think we put our time to good use in helping them get organized. Um, I guess for insights, I would agree. It seems like if they have 6 beds, there's definitely probably 6 homeless people that could be using them. So I think marketing and word of mouth, as weird as that sounds, maybe needs to happen for Safe Haven. And I think part of that is they're trying to redefine what they want in a resident. So we were kind of helping with that. Um, yeah, and I would also say some of the joys that we got from doing it. It felt like we, even though we weren't interacting directly with um, like disadvantaged youth a lot, it felt like we were helping like lay the foundation to get them a better start. Um, that felt really good, and especially with Freedom for Youth has the coffee shop coming up, and they're doing a lot of really good things. So it felt nice to be like a part of that, even though we were with Safe Haven, which is like kind of a branch of Freedom for Youth. We weren't at the campus so much, but I still felt like we picked a good organization and we did something to help them, help other people, which is the point. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Shelby, how has your team SLSLP project been expressing and developing your servant leadership skills? And provide a specific example.
I think we all basically, we knew that we needed to take the time out of our schedules that we have set up for ourselves, took that time out to spend time at Safe Haven, help them with the needs that they need help with because they, like we've been saying, they're going through a program change, so that is also staff changing around. So we're doing things maybe staff would have done, but they don't necessarily have staff right now. So we're basically helping those in need for when they do come to this facility, and I guess we should say Safe Haven caught our eye to begin with, and we knew that it was a place that we wanted to help out at, whether if it was interacting with residents or not. We just felt like we're doing a good thing by helping those that would be using Safe Haven. So I think just, yeah, the 15 hours spent just working and serving the community was a real eye-opener to us, and kind of makes us want to see how Safe Haven operates when they do have residents and want to go back maybe and volunteer when they do have the residents as well.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It would be really nice to see how it functions when the house is full or even partially full.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And knowing we helped do that and stuff, so.
Yeah, that we helped like reboot their program, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Chelsea, same thing. How has your Team SLSLP project been expressing and developing your servant leadership skills? And give an example.
I think one of the main characteristics of servant leadership is communication. Although we weren't really able to do as much communication with residents as we would have liked, we were able to communicate with AM and get everything figured out to help relaunch the program at Safe Haven. and like you said, we were kind of more independent with what she had left for things that they needed to have done before they were able to relaunch the program. But between the list and what we were able to communicate with each other, we were able to get a lot of the list complete, and I feel like that is going to help when they do get new residents into the house, and communication
Yeah, absolutely.
of us really helped get everything done.
Yeah, I agree. I think we were really we missed out. And it was just one of those things we couldn't help it and they couldn't help it either, but we really missed out on the like the servant learning, because I think it's servant learning as much as it's servant leadership. Like I think you get that from working side by side with a population that maybe has a different story than you, or different background than you, or different upbringing than you. And so I think we really missed out on a lot there. But we got a little taste of like the Riverbend neighborhood in general, and I would still say that's definitely part of the Riverbend neighborhood, down off Hickman there. Um, and it was really eye-opening to find out that it was next to campus, where we are every day. But you know what? Like, we're all really busy with work and school. All three of us work, and like there's a lot of people our age there that don't have a job, and this is a program that's helping them to get employment skills and giving them a place to live if they're over 18 while they're, trying to find a job also. So I think it's doing some really good things. I would definitely, it's something to keep in mind for the future, whether you have like time or you're looking to donate some money or anything like that. I'm glad we know about it, or I'm glad I know about it. It was a bummer that we didn't get to interact with as many people as we thought we were going to, but I think specifically it has helped to, I would say, develop listening skills more or less, because I didn't know that there was a problem with homeless youth in Des Moines before this course in particular. Like, homelessness, yes, but I work right next to the shelter, for example. I don't think you can, as far as I know, I don't know if you can be in the downtown homeless shelter if you're under 18. I haven't seen anyone that looks young anyway going down there. Um, Also, I guess I would say, um, for me, the religious component at Freedom for Youth was interesting. Like, I'm wondering if they didn't want to comply with that, where they would go if they're 18 to 22. But it is, again, it's a really nice service that they have. I'm just guessing that there's been someone in history that hasn't wanted to comply with that, and so I'm wondering what their next step would be.
Right.
Yeah, but I guess really the skills that it helped us develop for us was listening and observing, just being more observant of the community that you're in, and trying to do your best to help promote change, particularly in the Riverbend neighborhood, which is right next to campus for us.
I think what was very insightful was when we had to revise the cleaning manual that they had in place, and they wanted us to be as possible, dusting, sweeping, and everything. And the reason was because some of these women that came in there, they had never done those things. And so it was just crazy to think, like, wow, they don't know what dusting is, Things that come common sense to us, they don't come common sense to these residents, or some of them. And it was just really, interesting to be like, wow, there's these people, they're coming in here and basically starting from scratch. And so I thought, I felt really good about being able to, even if it's just a little cleaning manual, it's just, that's something, that'll teach them
Yeah, absolutely.
everyday stuff. So.
Or, for example, like when we were down in the basement and we saw what they got when they got to the safe haven house, it's like, okay, they get like one closet because they probably don't have very much stuff because they're homeless. And then on top of that, they need to get like feminine products, shampoo, all hygiene products. They get like to pick out 1 or 2 sets of clothes. That's probably all they have. I mean, it was interesting to see, if you had nothing, what it was that would be given to you once you got to Safe Haven, which is probably a lot to them, but it didn't seem like very much to me. That
Mhm.
was kind of it was nice to go through the kits that they went and like help with the kids and help organizing the stuff that they get donated. Um, because you don't think about things like hygiene, I guess, or I wouldn't once you're living in the actual house, but they still need that stuff donated in order to be able to give it to the women living there.
Mhm. Because yeah, they don't have any when they come in. That's.
Right.
Mhm. So yeah.
Yeah, the downstairs was a basement. The shopping area was a big eye opener, I guess,
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
what was offered and what they could all get.
Yes. Their chore list also was very specific, and I think that's something that is probably learned when they get there. Just taking care of the house you live in, like it goes along with the cleaning manual. But
Right.
Keeping
yeah,
it
it's
clean.
interesting the things they had to like tell them, or presumably since we didn't see anyone there. But once they got there, yeah, awesome. Okay, anything else you guys want to
I
add about
just.
our volunteer hours?
I think we all feel the same way that it'd be really nice to go back someday and really see how, maybe the work that we put in and with the work that they are doing, like seeing how it all comes together and when multiple residents live together, see how it all flows and functions and see how they work everything out. It'd be really interesting. We would kind of like to do that someday.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to keep tabs on safety for sure.
Hmm.
All right, Shelby, anything you want to add?
Nope, I think I'm good.
Or Chelsea,
I think
sorry.
we covered
I
everything.
said
Oh,
Shelby.
that's all right.
No, somebody said it. Um, I would really like to be able to see how the program starts, or well, I guess we won't be there when it starts, but see how it is later, and possibly volunteer there at a later date.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I would add that having spent time at Joppa for a different class for community health, I just think that homelessness is a really good cause to support in Des Moines, and you don't really think about Des Moines as having a big homeless population, but there's definitely there's definitely a lot of homeless people in Des Moines, and I guess it's really humbling to think what would you do if you had to figure out not only what you're going to eat every single night, but how you're going to carry it, how you're going to prepare it, how you're going to stay warm in the winter, how you're going to stay cool in the summer, and let alone if it's just you or if your whole family is homeless and living in a tent. So it's really nice that they have this house, this beautiful house out there for six young women to kind of get help a little bit. And I don't want to say get help, but like get back on their feet.
Mhm.
So it was really nice to spend time there and help them try to problem solve, I guess, with this particular homeless population. So I agree. It would be nice to go back in the future and see what's happening at Safe Haven. All right.
Mhm.
We all good, guys?
Yeah, I think
Perfect.
so.
All
All
right. I guess that's a wrap.
right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.